All right, so real quickly, what we're going to do is figure out what your freedom number is. Remember, you don't need $1 billion to have the lifestyle a billionaire has. And what is the lifestyle a billionaire has? They have the time and freedom. When you think of what wealthy is, or what would being wealthy mean to you, most people that I've polled say that it's having the freedom, the time freedom to do what I want. So again, you don't need $1 billion, it's much lower. What is your freedom number? Most people have never thought through it this way, so let's walk through this. Now, I do want to let you know that I have a free tool that I can give you to help you with this exercise. You can download it for free right here. Just go ahead and snap that on your phone, or there's a link down below if you want to download it. You could just use a piece of paper and a pencil too. You don't need this tool, but it makes it easier. It's a calculator that I've built in Google Sheets. Okay, now here's what we want to do to find your freedom number. Remember, it's not $1 billion. There's two numbers that I want to help you identify. Number one, the first number is, what is your minimum? When you build a product, if I'm building a software, a SaaS, something like that, what we want to do is we want to launch what's called an MVP. It's a minimum viable product. When I launch a new offer, a new landing page, whatever it is, I want to get it out as quickly as possible, the minimum viable product that can be, and then we build and optimize from there. So what we want to do in this is we want to come up with, what is the minimum number I need to be free today? Now, what is that number? I'm talking specifically, what is the minimum number so you don't end up homeless, okay? This is only so you can continue to live. So what is your rent or your house payment? What's your car payment? How much do you need for food? Not eating out every night. What do you need for food at home? And like your electricity bill. What is the minimum number you need so you don't end up homeless, right? The reason why I want to start with that number is because that's the first number I have to achieve with passive income, so I have my freedom number. Now, I no longer have to work to stay alive. Now I'm free to go work on bigger things, higher value things. You don't have your dream life, but you don't ever have to worry about money again. Now, this number is usually much lower than most people think. $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month. But we don't want to think general. We want to know the exact number, just like the GPS. We need to know the address, okay? The second number we want to know is, what is our ideal number, okay? So take some time to really think through this, all right? This is where you need to spend some time. What is my ideal number? What does that mean? Well, I'd like to have a better house and a better neighborhood for my kids. Okay, so instead of $2,000 for rent, I want to spend $4,000, whatever that number means to you. This is not the billionaire yet, okay? This is just what's my ideal. I'd like to take 2 vacations a year with my family. How much does that cost? $5,000 each. Great. So now it's $10,000 a year. I need about $800 a month for my vacation fund. I'd like my wife and I to both drive brand new cars. How much is that? $800 a piece. Okay, that's $1,600. I'd like to send my kid to private school. How much is that? $1,500 a month. Great, add that in. So now you're putting in what your ideal. So now you have 2 numbers, 2 exact numbers. How many times would you like to go out to dinner per week? I'd like to go out to dinner once a week. I need $200 for going out to dinner. I'd like to join the country club. It's $500 a month. Okay, so the minimum number, this is the first number you can achieve, very low, very obtainable. Second number is your ideal. I want to look at both of these. We should always be doing this in every day of your life, understanding what is my short-term target and what is my longer-term target, so your brain can work through those. Okay, so that's step number 1. This is the GPS. Where am I going? The exact address. Number 2, how much monthly earned income do I have? Now, again, you can use a piece of paper and a pencil, or you can download the free tool if you want, because it'll put it together in a calculator for you. So what is my monthly earned income? How much do I earn from my job? How much do I earn from my side hustle? How much does my wife earn, or husband, or whatever it is? What is your earned income right here? And then how much passive income do I have? For some of you, it might be 0. For some of you, it might be a little bit. Passive income, I have a rental home, I have 2 rental homes, I have some bonds, some treasuries, I have some dividend paying stocks, whatever it is. We'll go through more ideas of passive income in a minute, but then write down your passive income, my earned income, my passive income. Now that we have more of our starting point, and we have our destination, it can start making sense. If you're using my free calculator, it'll start to output a graphical visual like this, so you can see what your earned income is and your passive income, and you can see your total monthly expenses. So I wanna see my total passive income exceed higher than this one. The reason why I like to look at it like this is because it starts to gamify the situation for us. As human beings, we love competition, even if it's competition for ourselves. We love to play a game. And what happens is maybe you have zero passive income today. And my goal is $3,700 of passive income. I have zero today. Well, can I go out and get $50 of passive income? Great, I did. Can I get 100? Can I get 150? Can I get to 1,000? Can I get to 1,200? And what happens is as you start to see this number going up, it starts to change your day-to-day decisions. It changes your buying habits. All of a sudden you're like, oh, should I buy this thing or take this trip, or would I rather see my passive income go up again? And as you get closer to your goal, you gain momentum and you want to achieve it even faster. That's the beauty of gamification and doing a competition. Now there's one more piece that you really need to do. And here's another free tool I'm gonna give you. And this is an accelerator scorecard. And this is how many assets do you have? How much money? Because I have to go buy the cash flow, right? So how much money do I have to buy the cash flow? Do I have 500,000? Well, you need to understand this. And so basically you're adding up what your assets are, what your liabilities are. Again, you can download it for free here, or we'll put it in the show notes down below just to help you out. Okay, so now once we have that information, we built out the GPS, we've opened up Google Maps, our destination and our location. We know where we're at and we know where we want to go, our dream ideal location. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna build the bridge to go from where we're at to where we want to go in the shortest amount of time. How do we do that? Okay, there's three terms that you need to understand. Number one, we need to know how much capital we have, right? That's part of the accelerator scorecard. How much capital? Now, if I want to speed this up, I need more capital, one. Number two, it's the rate of return that I earn on my capital. I showed you that already. And three, time. How much time do I have? Do I want to wait 7 years, 14 years, 38 years? It's the time. Those are the three variables that we can achieve that goal faster. Let me show you how this works. First of all, time. Now, the rule of 72 says that all I do is I take the rate of return, 5%, divided by 72, and it tells me how many years until my money doubles. 14 years to double my money. Now, if I go to 10% return divided by 72, I wait 7 years to double my money, 20%, 3.5. So what do I mean? I need 500 grand to get to my number, but I only have 100,000. So if I can earn 20% return in 3.6 years, that's 200 grand. And another 3.6 years, that's 400 grand. So now I've only waited about plus or minus 7.5 years, maybe 8 years to get to that goal. Can you wait 8 years? How old are you? Are you okay waiting 8 years? If you don't want to wait 8 years, then you have two options. Option number one, add more capital. Option one, add more capital. How do you do that? Well, you need to make more money. How do you do that? Well, this is Robert Kiyosaki's cash flow quadrant, and he says that you earn money either as an employee, self-employed, a business owner, or an investor. Now, we don't earn money in the investor. We take our earned money from these categories and put it into the investor role. So if you're in the employee, it's pretty hard to make that extra capital because your boss is only going to give you so much more of a raise. So what you really want to do is be in the self-employed or the business owner column so you can get more capital. Now, if you're an employee, it's not over for you. All you have to do is figure out a way to earn extra capital in a self-employed role. So do you have some sort of a skill that you can offer to the market on the side, a side hustle? Now, every single month I write a report on how to start a new 7-figure side hustle. It's called the Capital Creator. It's the Capital Creator Playbook. Every month there's a playbook on how you can go make 7 figures extra. Ideas like niche newsletters, how to turn automobiles into cash, arbitraging real estate, things like that. And it's a 20, 30-page report on how to do it. And then we do a call on how to do that. If you want more information, link Capital Creator Playbook down below. But you can have some sort of a skill that you can provide to the market to earn extra income, or you can start a business to earn extra income, or you can just wait the 7 years. Either wait or earn extra income. Okay, number two, the other lever that you can pull is increase the rate of return. Now, I like to say that passive income is a scam. There's no such thing as passive income. All income requires at least a little bit of work. But the less work you do over here, the lower your return is going to be. If I just buy treasuries, it's pretty easy. I mean, you have to figure out how to go on treasurydirect.gov and you have to figure out how to buy the treasuries, right? So it's a little bit of work. And it's pretty safe, right? This is what we call the risk-free return. Treasury is not going to default on it, most likely. So I'm going to earn a very low yield. If I do more work, I'm going to make a higher rate of return. So for example, in my business, I sell information. The information is mostly profit because it's my ideas I put down into a course and I can sell it thousands of times, tens of thousands of times over many years. And my rate of return is usually very high. It could be 70, 80, 90% profit margin. So if I want to do more work, I can earn 50 to 100%. Less work, this like maybe rental properties, like this house that I'm shooting from is my ranch property that I've turned into a rental property. And I make anywhere from 5 to 25% on that. A little bit less work would be like interest. So let's say that I'm doing peer-to-peer lending, I'm loaning money, hard money loans on real estate. I'm making 8 to 12% on that, 5 to 12%. Royalty is an area that I really like. I can do licensing. I've developed a course, I've developed an asset, I've written a book. I have some sort of an asset that I let other people use and they pay me a royalty for using that. My friend Robert Kiyosaki has over 35 licenses out for Rich Dad, Cash Flow, Robert Kiyosaki, etc. That's an idea of royalty. And then obviously dividends. So I can either 1, wait longer, 2, I can add more capital, or 3, I can increase the return that I have. Those are the 3 ways. Now here's a couple ideas of ways you can do this. Earned would obviously be trading your time for money. This is providing your services to the marketplace. You're a doctor, you're a lawyer, you're a contractor, etc. Consulting, coaching, rental properties, houses, short-term rentals like this. You could rent your cars. You could have vending machine ATMs. You buy the asset, you rent it out. Interest, again, peer-to-peer lending, real estate, hard money lending, private equity, things like that are earned interest. Royalties, I gave you that. Books, games, your brand name, online courses, things like that. And then dividends, as I said, stocks, dividend-paying stocks, treasuries, bonds, maybe partnerships, things like that. Okay, so now that we know this, it's time to do the work. You know what to do. You want to write down your goals. And I know this sounds simple, but here's the thing. Harvard MBA did a study of people going into the MBA program. 97% of people did not have written down goals. The 3% that did achieved their goals and exceeded them 10 times of the 97% that didn't have them. So I know it sounds simple, but it's extremely powerful. So now you have your number. You know what you need to do to achieve the goal and speed it up. Write it down. Now, I did say that I have this ranch property. I'm able to live the lifestyle like a billionaire and it costs less money. So you might think to have this house here, to have my house in California, to have this ranch here in Texas, to have my house in Mexico, well, I need 10 or 15 grand for that one, 10 or 15 grand for that one. I'd like a house in Colorado to ski, 10 or 15 grand for that one. Oh, I'd love to have one at the lake, 10 or 15 grand for that one. So I'm adding that into my numbers. But what if these assets didn't actually take money out of that monthly number, but instead they actually contributed to the money every month? That's exactly what this ranch does for me. I'm not paying for this, it's paying me. Now, if you'd like to know exactly how I do that and how you can do the same thing with almost no money out of your pocket, and you can have assets like this all over the world paying you, then you might want to watch this video right here, or I'll link to it down below. Otherwise, let me know what you think about the video. Thumbs up if you like it. If you don't like it, thumbs down, that's okay. But at least tell me why in the comments down below. Of course, subscribe if you're not already subscribed so I can keep giving you content like this. And that's what I got. To your success. I'm out.